should now. Always do what I could now.
How you wanna try to take a look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been allowed.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Baker going to throw this right away. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now you look at the Saints defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. This defense for this.
It out.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Now Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. An audible here to get a new look. Now Mayfield on fourth down. Works in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Once again, it's Irving. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 38. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Mayfield to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You got a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Throwing is Rattler. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Rattler wants to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 33. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Real.
Here's Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. And the big question on this final Sunday, Week 18, could he run up enough pass yards to set the single-season all-time record? It's held by Peyton Manning at 5.477. He's within shouting distance. So we'll see what happens and how much they let him throw the football here in this finale. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Buccaneers at 9-7 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hurry! Alert! Pistol, pistol, pistol. Run, run, run.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Otten. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cade Otten. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rattler. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the gun, here's Rattler. He sets to fire deep. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Point it right. Good. Hey, alert 33. What's that?
Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, to to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
He'll take this to the 46.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd down and 8. To the Ayers Rattler. Going up top. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Jamel Dean. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Point it right. Good.
Mayfield looks to throw. This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Real.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Saints nothing.
2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's Demario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got Otten on the out route. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Play fake, Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Kickoff. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Diaby gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Rattler working out of the gun. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Blake Grupe now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Regular. Alert. That's hot.
Mayfield now. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that's an important completion right there, because that's going to do it. With that last pass, he eclipses Peyton Manning's all-time mark of 5,477 pass yards in a single season. I think the Engravers, they can get the MVP trophy ready. This has been a year for the ages as he stands alone in single-season passing. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Pistol. Good. Run. What's that?
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Trey Palmer, an 11-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now Rattler. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Play action. Now Rattler. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill 29 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
And oh, it's wide right. No good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now Mayfield. A full left sideline falls incomplete.
That might be the This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Trying to lay one up deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Regular. What's that?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side taken in by Palmer. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That's again complete to Palmer. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Run. Up.
And again, it's Mayfield. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. McLaughlin for the extra point. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Flush to his right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First down, New Orleans.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. He brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Saints 13.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Throwing is Rattler. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 48-yard line, here's second and 2.
Hey, alert 33. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Rail. That's hot.
Throwing, Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball... Getting there, and it's third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll try and run here with Irving. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The decision for Todd Bowles, and he says let's go for it on fourth down. Mayfield now from the 50. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Rattler wants to throw it. Gets this one to Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Here's Rattler. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a one-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's that?
Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert! Good. Pistol, pistol, pistol. Run, run, run. What's that?
Here's Mayfield. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
To the air is Rattler. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 25, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. A give to Kamara running right. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Now Rattler. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They call it a loss of a yard there. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
Back to Kamara for another catch.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance. Wide right. It's no good. And that will keep the... At 8. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they enjoy this fourth quarter lead, starting out 1st and 10 now. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, it's time. Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Hey, alert 33. Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's up?
Mayfield now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown
or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Evans comes in motion right. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 10. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Mayfield to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cade Otton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Yaya Diaby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They'll go. Here's Rattler. He's going to take another shot here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Kings!
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Oh, how about this on first and goal?
And he will get into the end zone. What a call on the reverse. It's a touchdown.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here's first and 10. Play action. Now Rattler. That'll be caught by Hill.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Throwing is Rattler.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Yaya Diaby
in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
They'll come up now. This is second and long.
Back to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. Third and 1.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got some space here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's back to throw.
It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it.
And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Buccaneers,
they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for.
Running through his mind all day, I'm tired. I'm the boss now, do higher. Hang the phone up, I'm so wired. Couldn't sleep, my floor's too higher. I got keys, that girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me, like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite, I'm lost in white. Get down sheets, I got stripes on my cheeks, Hermes fur on my feet. I'm a lead. She turning up. Every time you see me, I look like Bucks. Pound my friends in a big black truck. Sheesh. I'm Vanessa, I like salsa. I'm a dancer. You pay fees for my big show in Ibiza for my leisure. Listen, I don't do arguments in my relationships. I'm lit. You don't want me standing on this, then say something. I'm rich. It don't make no sense how I make this. I'm lit. I don't do two-face unless the face card on my wrist. She 808. 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 Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop on my celly phone. She 808. 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 I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back.
Count me in still up. The broken glass of a bottle makes a jagged rock. Right now I got two shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this. Hello, my name's Jason. And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. The broken man in the mirror can't look at me 'cause he's guilty. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me. By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with 1,000 more it's causing. Damn, it's exhausting. This is why I walked in. Thanks for letting me share, y'all. And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. I'm tired of being broken. I'm sick of feeling hopeless. Way down here at my lowest. At the end of my road. At the end of my road. So what do I do? So what do I do? What do I do? And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on.
I need it, I need it. Kid. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Shared AG, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that Enzo? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo. My Kindle. Beneath though, going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my mans, a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing. I'm on. I till I can't. Sorry, mama, yeah, I know that. It was me and bro, buck on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt, so she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Audemars crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in the tank. I'ma pull up just to stun. Can't, all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gonna do? 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 Up in up. What you gonna do?
I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guaps. If I get it to pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rocks. I ain't got to mouth, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, the floor elevator, we face my brad. You want deposit the memo of cash? Red light, yellow light, green light, gold. The events, I take the bank home, but I won't keep quiet. I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend want me alone. None of my bitches happy your home, and I blah. I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer. Her Bucky a goner. Her get Bucky a goner. What you gonna do? 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 Open up. Stunt.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you little piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you little piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you little piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you little piece. Wanna see some more?
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you little piece, wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you little piece, wanna see some more? Show you little piece, wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you little piece, wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you little piece, wanna see some more? See some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face? In my face, in my face, in my face, in my face. That's how still gonna keep the torch. Show you little piece, wanna see some more?
I can show you that underground music, riding in the year, not used. Tighten up, you'll lose. I approve. I stepped in the fruit. Straight underground, make all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame, how to do this. Stacking money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stacking money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. I see them. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women. Some just wanna settle down and have a couple cheering. For all my rapper homies, just be careful while you touring. You meet a pretty girl, but her intentions ain't the purest. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list.
Hey, second phone buzzing, just delete the other number, yeah. Cruising at 103 till I seen them team that went the record. She was peeking out the cover. She said, GT, wait, you grew up down the street, my uncles, up her brothers. I said, jumping back.